ke terus stream guys. Yang mana baru masuk kasih like and share dulu guys. Yang mana belum follow kasih follow dulu. Sorry guys, aku lambat mas stream hari ni guys. Aku malas show off lah. Wih, mana terror ni. Aku tak power pun, noob je guys. Lambat dulu. Nice one. Antek. Wih ya Allah. Nice one. Bodoh lah, team dia tak ada. Travelling violation. Weh, tak ada masuk. Oh, betul. Mamat tu tak jaga lu. Nice one. Nice one. Alah. Boleh terlepas pula. Yuk turun. Hmm. 3 pointer pula. Shoot. Nice one. Ah, shoot. Ya Allah. Wih, apa hal? Hey! Nice one. Nice one. Allah. Itulah. Ay, tak masuk pula. Ciut tu. Dia boleh passing tu pula. Nice one. Look at you. Weh, tak masuk. Siut tu. Mamat tu pula. Mamat tu dah power. I shoot. Alamak, guys, kita kalah guys. Hold event lu. Beach party aku baru ingat pasal beach party guys. Ada dia yang perlu ganjap. Oke, terus stream guys. Tak tahu lu menang ke tak. Tadi dah okey tau. Tukar map lain lah guys. Tukar map pula, tukar server lah. Kan kita tengok. Walaupun dia lawan AI kan, aku boleh kalah. Tengok. Okay guys, kita akan pakai next punya game. Tengok guys. Kita tengok guys.
Yo, I'm the 2KMC, and I'm here to talk about the upcoming neighborhood events. Put your phone down, I have some info you do not want to miss. This weekend, make your way to the 2K Beach Party. On Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all games...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. Two of the hottest teams, Greg, getting together tonight. This is highly anticipated.
And you know what, Kevin? The trick to winning a game like this, force your opponent to play your style of basketball. That could determine who goes home with the W.
I like that. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Maxey, and it's Simmons in at the 3 slot. And for the Bulls, Gill is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Carter. Then there's the Professor. And it's Levine in at the 2. And it's Chicago to start out.
1, 2.
Here's the Professor.
Buset baik tak backcourt.
Moves back up. First shot.
Nasib baik tak backcourt.
He's out of the blocks fast.
You've got to get a body on DeMar DeRozan, because if you don't, his size and athleticism will allow him to hurt you on the glass.
Now here's Embiid.
Oh, nice. Levine.
DeRozan in the corner. Shoots the 3.
Buset baik.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Carter. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now, here's Maxey. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. To the left wing. Embiid, no good. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. The Professor passes to Levine. Here's the Professor. Shoots. He hits the
Nice one.
iron and sinks the shot.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Harris. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Carter. Passes it to the professor. Good on the shot.
Nice one.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room. Harris kicks to Simmons. Over Gill. The 76ers again can't hit it.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
The professor passes to Carter. Here's the professor. Takes the 13-footer. That's in there. Carter with the assist. The professor's got 6 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. He looked to me to be a bit sluggish.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Thibault up top, guarded by Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hey, Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thibault, fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league. He'll improve on offense. You know that. He'll work at it, and he'll get better. I think he has tremendous instincts on and off the ball. Great length and speed and athleticism. He's a terror defensively.
Both good from the line that time. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. The players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
Here's Thibault, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Elbow shot is on the way. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Chicago making some changes. Cantor checked in for Carter. Baca comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Kobe White in for Levine. Then for the 76ers, Derek Favors checked in for Joel Embiid. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thibault. Robinson is subbed in for Maxey. Here's Simmons after the made shot from the professor. Simmons with it. Cantor cover. And Favors kicks to Robinson. 4 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting it. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Simmons. After Enes Kanter's basket, here's Favors, and it's White with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the shot's good from the professor.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Simmons. A 20-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
And so here is Chicago. 76ers getting the bucket. And the rejection by Favors. .114 left in the first quarter. Robinson finds Milton. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chicago making some changes. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for... Changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Favors. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. And Maxey subbed in for Robinson. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Mike Muscala out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Maxey in at the point. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Embiid. Good, nice job down low. Embiid's got 9 points now in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the professor in that last outing against the Trailblazers got the job done. He ended up with 43 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Maxey passes to Thybulle. Out left to the wing. And they double up Embiid. 5 on the clock. Now, here's Thybulle. DeRozan defending, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Dennis Kanter's checked in for the Bulls. Bulls have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
The 76ers lead. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of...
And now, Philadelphia on the break. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Shoot, betul lah weh. Macam mana aku bagi?
Not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right?
But
Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that
Aku lompat cepat sangat.
I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Apa hal aku nak bagi Eliup bijak.
Here now for an injury report. And let's get an update on Zach LaVine's injury. David, any news there?
Thanks, Kevin. I got some information from the Bulls' head athletic trainer. He told me that it's a sprained knee, and while he is in extreme pain right now, he appears to have escaped without suffering any tears. And of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the.
Aku nak lepaskan dia.
Status report, David, at least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing
Tak masuk.
to deal with.
You know, for him, just
Aku
watching
tengok
his
dia tak
teammates
masuk lah, guys.
unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Some changes for Chicago. Serge
Nice one.
Ibaka, he's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Chandler Hutchison in for Gill. Derek Favors checked in for the 76ers. Robinson comes in for Maxey.
Hey, once
Ya
he
Allah.
gets the hot hand now, he's looking to shoot it as much as he can.
To the inside, here's the professor. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very
Nice.
accurate night.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside out.
Weh, terlepas.
It just doesn't matter.
Robinson kicks to Embiid. And the call on the shot sends him to the
Boleh
line.
terlepas pula tadi, guys.
That's on Enes Kanter.
You know, you can't go for the shot fake. As soon as Embiid has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only
Masuk.
tall,
Tak masuk.
deep too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector. Discourages inside attempts at a high rate. Fogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement. His agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive too.
Muscala, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Harris.
Hai, bakar. Aku nak ambil bola tu.
Here in the second quarter, they'd like to keep up that nice pace.
Weh, apa hal kau bagi belakang? Aku nak bagi orang lain.
The pass to the professor. They get it back. White, wide open. He fires. It's good.
Nama wide open lah tu.
White's got his first 2 points.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the
Weh.
look.
Wih.
You know what, guys, it was all about
Ciut tu
efficient
dah start.
offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
The professor out there with White. Then there's Gill. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Carter in at the center. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get
Kena
going
block
in the
dulu
second
kata.
half. Simmons passes to Harris. And
Ya Allah.
And the 76ers lead by 4.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Outside, White. Passes it to the professor. Lays it up off the glass. The professor's got 22 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from the professor. Here's Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Man, I tell you what, I love how Embiid doesn't shy away from contact. He's skilled at finding ways to get to that foul line.
Philadelphia is shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for, but at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. A professor on the
Nice
mark
one.
with the 15-footer. The professor's got 4
Baik
points
aku
now.
masuk weh.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Pass to Embiid. DeRozan against Simmons. From past the arc. Another miss by
Nice one.
Philadelphia. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's the professor, guarded by Simmons. Here's DeRozan. That's another one for him.
Aku kena double team dulu.
7 shots.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Philadelphia shooting at 51%. Really solid. Pass to Harris. Can't hit that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Led by as many as 14 points. The Wizards on the road to face them after this.
Oh, bagi aku kat situ
The
kenapa?
this 2-game homestand. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by White. White's got 5 assists in the game. Timeout called the 76ers.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
So for the Bulls, Chambers comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Devontae Graham subbed in for White. Derek Favors checked in for the 76ers. Robinson comes in for Maxey. Now here is Robinson. He's still scoring so far in this one. And Embiid throws it down.
When he's close to the rim, the attitude that Embiid brings is I'm dunking this thing.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Thank you guys. Kita terus stream guys, mana baru masuk ke sila yang
You
share
know,
dulu
that's
guys.
the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Robinson. After the Bulls pick up 2. But they'll get another chance. Rebounded by Chambers. Graham in the corner. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service
Wey!
tonight. One
Apa pasal aku bagi peluang kat situ Mamat tu?
Finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And you know, not enough help from the defense there to
Weh, tak masuk aku punya 3 hampir.
and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. There's the professor.
Tak masuk.
With the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now.
Nasib baik aku dapat steal bola tu guys. Kalau tak, aku tak tahu lah.
Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Laju sangat aku melompat.
There are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
So for the Bulls, Enes Kanter's checked in for Carter. Baca comes in for Gill. And it's Chandler Hutchison in for Devontae Graham. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Ibaka, the pass to the professor.
Nice one.
He in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Embiid kicks to Milton. Here's Favors. Off on the lane.
Nice one.
The Bulls leading by 5 to the middle, all by himself.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Robinson misses. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. There's the professor, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle.
Fall in dulu guys.
Chance here for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has
Yo,
been
Remy,
really impressed with their offensive execution.
Masuk tak masuk
You
guys?
know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Bulls shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the Bulls making a change here. White's checked in.
Nice one,
And
nasib
the
baik masuk.
76ers also making a change. Muscala's checked in. The 76ers trail by 10. The pass to Favors.
Wih, tengok.
Deep 2 from Robinson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim.
Boleh aku terlepas.
Robinson's got 4 this quarter. And Chicago shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. The shot's good from the professor.
Big miss.
Aku nampak ruang, aku jalan terus lah jawapan dia.
Recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. at 6. Pass to Robinson.
Ui, aku lompat cepat.
15. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
Man, I love how Simmons sets the floor up so good inside his teammates for high
Tak
quality
sempat
shots.
lah guys.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Bulls out front, up 8. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
Welcome guys. Yang mana baru masuk kasi like and share dulu guys. Yang mana belum follow kasi follow
Big fella here with
dulu
the
guys.
sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Harris. Actually out there with Shake Milton. Then there's
Wow.
and it's Muscala.
Oh, apa tu?
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside.
Okay, terusin guys mana baru masuk kasi like. Follow dulu yang mana belum follow. Kasi like and share dulu guys. Masuk tak masuk guys?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Wih, tak masuk. Aduh.
The 76ers trail by 10. Stolen away. And here we go again. The Bulls in transition. Up the court they go. Here's Cantor. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Pass to Harris. He kicks to Muscala. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And Cantor pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding.
Nice one.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Pops it up for Favors. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's White. Another one falls for Chicago.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's DeRozan. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for
Kalau aku
9.
shoot tadi memang aku kena block bola.
Pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Hill comes in for Serge Ibaka. The 76ers also with a sub. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Muscala. To the paint, here's Favors. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And with
Masuk
those
dulu.
points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bulls.
Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
DeRozan still an elite scorer in this league and relentless in attacking the basket.
The 76ers trail by 18. Pass to Milton. Harris kicks to Thybulle. And there's the pass to Milton. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons comes in for Shake Milton. Gill the pass to the professor, and he jams it after taking the nice.
Pam pam param pam param pam param.
Letting it rip. They're just having fun right
Pam pam
Offensively,
param
they just
para.
impossible to stop.
Wait,
Here's Thibault, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Passes it to the professor. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And the shot goes in.
And this offense is in
Aku punya stamina dah nak out lah.
and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
DeRozan against Harris. Pass to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Over Carter. Second chance shot. And foul on the
foul
shot.
loop.
Shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw drops in there for Thibault. And Clark, because of COVID, the timeline for this season has been altered. Are you ready for more summer basketball?
Man, I tell you what, Kevin, I'm not sure. I've always been a proponent of the season being shorter at the NBA level. I know it's impossible. The toothpaste is out of the tube in terms of obligations on the media front. But I think the league would be
Nasib baik weh.
a little bit later, ending sooner. If summer basketball has to happen at the NBA level, I would hope it's the last time we have to do deep summer basketball. I think it's more of a winter sport that trickles into the late spring versus being a summer game at the pro level.
Harris against DeRozan.
Nice one.
Now White.
Ah, kena block.
Blocked by Simmons.
Yeah, with great recognition, awareness, and body control, Simmons can get up for blocks.
Pass to Embiid. Poke loose. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's the professor. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
On the wing, Harris. DeRozan defending. Harris misses. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And White
Nice one.
slams it in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Chicago.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made
Liga screen
those
dulu.
extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their wins.
Tak apa. Kita cepatkan lah.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was
30. Dekat 30 kot.
Really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Sorry ini aku tak stream lama. Sekejap je. Kepenatan badan keletihan. Kita nak VC aku punya VC tu apa sekarang? Nak beli barang ke? Baik. Favorite. Nak beli barang lah. Neighborhood. baju. Left.
I like it. Great choice.
Betul tak aku beli? Ha? Aku salah beli guys. Yep. Alright. Okay guys, aku rasa sampai sini je aku masa sekarang ni sebab jam pun dah menunjukkan pukul 12. Sebenarnya aku kalau ingatnya aku tak sempat rasa nak stream tadi. So aku rasa ucapkan terima kasih pada yang stay tune, yang like, mana yang share, mana yang follow. Thank you guys, korang memang terbaik guys. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.